interesting to see what strategies are going to be utilized between both these teams here. Starting off, we have Vibes TTV getting taken down, Havoc also getting taken down. A pick here for both teams right off the start, but 3 down for Flippers Down. Is Lottery going to try to take advantage of this map space? But Flippers Down only have one stronghold. Is Lottery's put their first points on the board here. They do have a BA setup that's going to quickly diminish as Flippers Down push in to take that back.
Yeah, Flippers Down. They have the sniper in their hands. 4 up on both sides. Active Camo's going to be up for the grabbing. Lottery getting the first pick. 2 down the side of Flippers Down. Scratch that 2 down on each side here as both sides exchanging. The double kill ultimately by Slate Nasty is going to ensure that his team gets the camo. And they're going to start to move across the map here. It's going to be trying to look here in the backside of B, able to get the first pick. G sliding into the backside of Big Door, but he eventually gets picked off. 2 down to the side of Lottery here. E-Post Vibe staying alive and being an absolute nuisance over on the backside of A here. As Buff Bagwell here is going to have a tough ask here. He's going to have basically a 2v1 scenario as E-Post Vibe and Flippers Down are going to easily flip A and hold B control and start to get their first points on the board. Lottery on their initial push to go down, so it looks like it's going to be an opportunity here for Flippers Down to potentially tie this score up before Flippers Down have the chance to get 1 point back in their favor.
Yeah, indeed. Flippers Down on the back foot at the moment. They are taking C back, or they did have a partial take back of C, but that's going to get stopped. Lottery going to cancel that one out for him. 2 dead for Flippers Down right now, though. But Buff trying to play his life on the bottom side here. Does a very excellent job of doing so. Going to rotate back, though, to Pillars, trying to lay down damage, keep this setup intact. They do have the B and C setup, the more popular one of the two. But he's going to get a nice perfect on bottom middle. What a beautiful piv. But the rotation right there ends up in his death as Hid, sorry. Or Hill, I don't know what to say. That's a weird name. I think it was an
I think
L
it's held forward.
Held forward. Hold forward. Yeah, there we go. 3 down for the Flippers Down. Right now, Lottery's still in a position. They're scoring 63-17. Flippers Down need to kind of find a little bit of a coordination here, though. Vibes is going to post up. Looks like he's waiting on some teammates to push for the camo here, so but maybe they can capitalize on this and turn the tides.
Yeah, definitely need to turn the tides here. It's a huge deficit right now, 74-17. This camo could be the difference maker here, or at the very least make sure it doesn't go in the enemy team's hands. But 2 down on both sides here. Epos looking to flick the C side, but Buff Bagwell playing like an MVP here already with an 8-3 performance. He ends up getting the camo, lays down a nice amount of damage. Unfortunately, nobody there to pick it up as alienated here. Going to capitalize on the numbers advantage, allowing his teammate to get the sniper, putting the pressure on C and not letting him flip it. That's going to be huge here. They start to really chip away at this lead. If he can stay alive here somehow, continue to be a pest at C, it's going to be fantastic as his team starts to flip B, and it can almost maintain a triple cap here as they start to get a read on the spawners over there on dummies, but ultimately it was too many of them. They'll look to flip C, but in the meantime, as they're flipping C, Flippers Down to pass the 50-second mark and easily tied this thing up here quickly.
Yeah, they have an A-B setup, which is also not too bad. You know, you can really utilize this setup to the fullest, but you got to be quick. You got to be aggressive. Lottery, though, going to quickly try to push in here. One's going to get picked off. They got 2 on the death screen. That's going to be 3 is Slate Nasty going to put him on the death screen for the double. Flippers Down continuing to hold this A-B combo here, and they're going to quickly capitalize here and take the lead back as the sniper rifle goes in the hands of Slate Nasty, looking for a pick. That player's going to quickly just get out of his sight line, though. He's going to get a player 1 shot on Mud. Going to probably get picked off here. Unfortunately, I don't think that kill came into the sight line for his teammates, but 3 going to go down for Flippers Down. Lottery looking to get, they're set up back here. They have the C and the B combo currently, though. Flippers Down on the spawn here, trying to push out of their setup here. Hold forward, though. Going to wait for his teammates to get in position for a push. Laying down some damage here. Doing a good job, though. His teammates going to capitalize on. See, he's going to get the easy back smack. This Buff had dropped down. Didn't notice him there right off the rip. But yeah, 2 down for Flippers Down. Make that 3. Lottery still continuing to put points on the board.
Yeah, we've seen both these teams here. They have pretty good offense in terms of breaking the setups and making the pushes that need to happen, as both of them have had commanding chunks of time and map control. It's basically been, a tale of 2 stories here. But now it's going to be who can have the defense to really lock it down in terms of the different points that they have. And we've seen the triple cap push kind of backfire for the side of Lottery as Flippers down, they kind of answered back immediately after they tried to push for that triple cap. A nice quick draw from Slate Nasty. He should change his name to Straight Nasty the way he's playing right now. But 2 go down for Flippers down, and control still in the hands of Flippers down as they look to tie it up here in a couple seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very close-knit game. Lottery have been continuing to lead for the most part in this series so far. But yeah, Flippers down trying to bounce back. They're not too far behind themselves. Looks like Hold Forward, though, is going to try to capitalize on with his teammate at C. Maybe get an easy pick here on top middle. There is one player from Lottery that's one shot. There's 2 up there at top working together. Havoc will fall. One player on Mud. Hold Forward is not going to, unfortunately, get the trade. It looked like he would for a second, but Buff going to pick up the double. Picks up the triple for the killing spree. Beautiful stuff coming out of Lottery as they still capitalize on the points and continue to, hold this setup.
Yeah, Buff Bagwell almost overheats there as the last player, Epos 5's ratting over on the nest side, but his teammates easily pick up the damage. They just have to sit back and let Buff Bagwell do what he's doing. 15-7 at the moment, just absolutely slaying, but he's had the help from other players on his team like Havoc, who already have double-digit assists, 11 so far. So the team shots are going for Lottery, and it's kind of been the difference maker for them. If you look over on Flippers down, they do have a significant amount of assists, but we're not seeing any really standouts in terms of the damage and the connectedness across the team, where as Lottery here, they really look like they're trying to get us, almost a chokehold on the map, passing the 160-second mark, holding that BC combo. Havoc here has a huge position and a huge amount of work to do here, holding the top tower, but he eventually goes down. Damage gets capitalized. Epos 5 with the triple kill, able to pick up the sniper. 3 down the side of Lottery. He's easily going to flip C. They have AC at the moment. He's going to be looking for spawners over on the backside of B. The rest of his team pushing on the nest, so they're going to easily be able to flip this and potentially get a CB set up here with Epos able to lock down the top mid, but Buff Bagwell always looking to play spoiler with the flank, able to get up here unnoticed and uncontested. Gets Hold Forward down to 1 shot, but Epos knocks him down.
Yeah, great stuff coming out of Lottery, though. Flippers down trying to continue to keep themselves in this game. Doing a great job at the moment. They got C and B. This is the moment of opportunity. They do get the trade. That's going to be 2 down, though, for them. Lottery have an opportunity for numbers here, but unfortunately that numbers advantage will dwindle quickly here. So Lottery go down 2 down right now. Make that almost 3 at the moment. Buff going to lose his battle there. That would be a 3 down. Flippers down really starting to hang in here. They have, the opportunity to take some more map space up, but Havoc's going to push in quickly, get the pick onto Vibes. Lottery, though, pushing in on the C, trying to take it back right now. They do have A still, looking to utilize the moment that they have here to get a couple of picks, but unfortunately that will not play out as they do go 3 dead.
Yeah, just great flanks from Flippers down, and coming across the top mid and just capitalizing on the damage. It's been a little bit of a train, in terms of each team member kind of following the one that passed before them and cleaning up the damage as it's gone back and forth here. And you love to see it here, just a back and forth strongholds game here on map 1 of our season 11 Chumpionship pre-made matchup here, and this is exactly what we wanted here, just as a spectator, as a caster. And these two, you could just tell these teams are fired up the way they're going at each other.
Yeah, they're absolutely fired up. It's a tied game pretty much for the most part, coming down to the wire. Really comes down to who's going to be able to control these setups a little bit more efficiently. Lottery, though, have the current setup, C and B. Havoc trying to push out a little bit, maybe create some map space for his team. Gets the pick. Gets the... Nope, doesn't get the double quite. They do get the pick, but that's going to be 2 down for both teams. Make that 3 down for Lottery as Vibes clutched it up there to take down that player on top tower. Taking C as well. Looking to push into B with his teammates. They don't have any points on the board that are counting yet, but they will start to take B, laying down some nades, trying to create map space to take that B back. But Lottery quickly pushing into C. Look at that, 3 players all together, doing a really nice job of pushing through, completely eliminating Alienated off the map. Looking for another pick potentially. Havoc going to pick up that one off of Slate nasty. That's going to be 2 down for Flippers down. And once again, Lottery have a little bit of control here.
Yeah, I like to see it. Both teams are almost mirroring each other in breaking the setup. They're kind of vying to go from A to C and then B, whereas I think a lot of the time people get really infatuated with trying to get that B position first, but right now the battle's over on the other side of the map on Turbine. Great nades from Havoc. He's able to get the first pick down. I'm not sure if the camo fell into the other hands of Flippers down. Perhaps it got burned, or perhaps it's still sitting down there in the bottom of Turbine. But either way, there's not a lot of time left in the match here, as Lottery can just focus on, oh, and you hate to see it. Believe it. He got the self stick at the worst time. 4 down for Lottery. That was the worst timing for that to happen, as Flippers down cross the 200-second mark. They have a triple cap for the scenario. This lead is easily going to get erased quickly here, as now they're going to have to work their way out of the A spawns. Hold forward and alienated the last 2 alive. Lottery have the numbers advantage. Doodle makes the first entry push, but he ends up going down. They're going to make the push again through top mid to try to get that C before pushing to B. They got a ton of damage over there on the nest side. 1 down on both sides. They know they got an enemy in the backside of tower here right now. Buff Bagwell has to stay alive here. This is going to be huge for him. But right now, no time going on the clock. A, B go in the favor of Flippers down. They're starting to shrink that lead, but Lottery here could just get 1 team wipe and probably close it out, and that's what Buff Bagwell here is trying to do. Able to clean up the damage, picks up the wingman. They only got 1 member of the enemy team left here in the backside of B. Unfortunately, his T-Rex arms on his melee beatdown isn't able to pick him up. But they do clean him up here. They're going to be able to flip B. But on the other side, Flippers down, getting these corner caps. It's still not over yet.
Yeah, definitely not over. Lottery scrambling a little bit here towards the end, but Flippers down trying to capitalize on that desperation here to try to close that game out. They're going to try to get B, take it back. Ace, though, is being taken by Doodle, who quickly gets annihilated there. But once again, another member from Lottery stepping into A to try to take that back. 3 dead for Flippers down. This is the window of opportunity to close this game out for Lottery. Will they do so? They only need 9 seconds, whereas Flippers down still need about 24 seconds roughly. C is going to go into possession, though, of Flippers down as they try to make their final push here towards B. I don't know quite how that's going to play out for them, though. They need 3 seconds, though, to close it out. Flippers down, going to take down a full wipe for Lottery. They can bounce back. Now is the time to hold.
Oh, man. What a clock stop there. The spawners for Lottery, looks like they got a staggered spawn. 2 of them got trapped over here on the C side. All the Flippers down, collapse on him. Buff Bagwell has the camo, only able to get a trade. 3 down the side of Lottery, and it ends up flipping in the opposite direction.
We've seen a lot of pro talk around the shotgun being a little bit too abusive, a little too OP, but nonetheless, we're going to start off with we got Vibes back on deck. He's going to quickly go down though, right off the rip. Does drop that repulse there on the streets, but look at like Lottery right here. They're all playing together. They will trade out there, but they're playing together nonetheless. Good stuff coming off them. They do have a 1-kill lead to start off here.
Yeah, an early lead definitely going to become crucial. It's funny, like the last one, we were kind of trying to see which team's defense would hold up to end up giving them the win. But honestly, it was just a battle of two teams with really great offense, and ultimately Flippers down, just the ones that edge out the competition at the end there, as Epos 5 able to burn the camo successfully. 7-5 in the early going here. Frenetic leading the entry over on the B side and the side of tires, but the rest of his team is swept over there in the cafe, so he wisely backs up, trying to bait him in a little bit. He's able to gather this intel, lay some damage down, and they're not stopping him here in the tire side. Starting to push back a little bit. He gets forgotten about there in the side of tires. Oh no, gets the T-Rex arms. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on either of those kills. 3 down on the side of Lottery. And a little bit of carryover from the first map. We're seeing both these teams basically holding forward and sprinting at the enemy team, not afraid to trade out. And I think this one might be neck and neck all the way through on map 2 as well.
Yeah, indeed, it's looking like that more and more. Still a very close game. Only a 2-kill difference here between the two, with Flippers down in the lead. Yeah, Buff, though, trying to play his life, laying down some shots towards the B rail. His teammate's going to follow up to push that back, gets the assist, looking very nicely there. But Buff's going to go ahead, push up down the middle to get with his teammate. Teammate's going to go ahead and push back A. Sees that there might be a potential pick here on the backside. Does get that pick, too. 2 down for Flippers down. Once again, though, this is a 1-kill game with Lottery, though, at this time in the lead.
Yeah, Lottery in the lead, but no lead is safe in these two matchups here. Alienated, the rest of his team coming out of the C side, getting the first pick on ATM. The camo is likely going to go in their favor here. The teammate goes to pick it up. Alienated goes and gets the kill. Not sure if the camo ended up getting burned. 2v2 on the map right now. Buff Bagwell continuing an excellent performance from the first map, off to a 5-2 start in Slayer. You like to see it, but of course his teammates have been right there behind him to lay down the assists and the damage, clean up some of those kills as well. As, oh man, Doodle in the backside here, an absolute disruptive force here. Pivotal 1v1. Oh, gets the reversal trade out. And what a great push by him in the backside of A to completely disrupt their push entirely. 2 down the side of Lotteries here. Hold forward and the rest of the gang on the backside of B. Gonna look, trying to fight for this 50 here on Streets.
Yeah, indeed. 19-19. What a game, like, out of both of these teams, though. Hold forward, though. Laying down some more damage. Gets a pick. 21-20. Lottery take the lead with 8 minutes remaining. Very nice stuff. Hold forward, though. Going to rotate bottom C. Looking for an opportunity here for himself. Teammates all around here. He's going to move, though, towards B, trying to see if he can find any potential picks here. But Lottery trying to play a little bit more close-knit together, playing, playing like a team here. And this is very good stuff. But Havoc, though, going to rotate back A. Got the Stalker in hand. Not really much action going on, though, right now, Silva.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically firing off back and forth. Both teams exchanging haymakers. One goes down on either side here, as they're both trying to kind of feel each other out and what the push is going to be. As they able to win that exchange there. 2 go down the side of Flippers down. When they push out past planters, this is going to be crucial because the active camo is coming up here. Havoc over here. Nobody knows that he's over here. Able to put the shotgun in quick use. Able to put some damage down on the spawners. But great team shots from Slate Nasty and EPOS5 who melt him instantly. Now they have a little bit of the advantage here. Starting to get aggressive and pushing out over past planters. Camo, though, I believe is in the hands of Lottery, or potentially got burned there in the bottom of mid. There's Camo. Doodling his way behind enemy lines and making a mess. He's able to continue to do so. He eventually does go down 28-26, and it's neck and neck.
Yeah, this is one of them games, man. Like, we really can't tell who's gonna win because like any small moment could really turn the tide of this whole match. And like we saw, it was like a close match in the previous one with Strongholds, and at the moment, both these teams are really trying not to make a whole lot of mistakes. You can't really blame them, though, because your championship is on the line, and everybody's just kind of playing corners here right now. So
yeah, it's really interesting to see a map like that's so chaotic, like Streets, to really slow down to a standstill as the way it is right now. As we say that, one gets picked on the side of Flippers down. Epos knows that he's got a ton of enemies up here on the B side, and he's salivating. Finally able to get one down to one shot, but Lottery doing a fantastic job, not only being aggressive, but retreating tactfully when it's needed, as it's given him a 2-kill lead here, and that could be everything, as we've seen these two teams are pretty evenly matched.
indeed they are, but Lottery got the 4-kill lead. Make that 5. Flippers down 2 right now, down 3. Lottery taking advantage of these windows of opportunity that they have. And look, they're extending that lead by 7 kills at the moment. This is the biggest lead I think we've seen in a while now, if at all. Lottery, though, trying to take game 2, trying to tie this series back up, get a little bit of revenge for that Strongholds match that they so desperately had at one point. Trying to redeem themselves and doing a great job of it right now. Nearly almost a 10-kill lead at this point. Will Lottery close this one out?
Yeah, will Lottery close this one out? They got off to an early lead in Strongholds, and they kind of had the dub in their back pocket. But Flippers down was able to claw their way back. Right now they have a 9-kill lead, working on the last 10 kills of the map. As Havoc here has a shotgun, able to put one down to one shot, making that camo life excruciating for the enemy team. They only need 8 kills and they have 10 to spare, so perhaps they'll just look to trade things out here the rest of the way, as Flippers down spawning over on the backside of purple, but they got a 2 on purple and 2 over here on the caution side, able to pick up one. A cluster luck from Alienated, picks up 2 kills with 1 grenade. You're going to need a little bit more of that for them to get back in this game.
5 minutes remaining.
Indeed, we are 44-35. Lottery still leading the game by 9 kills. Make that 8. Flippers down, trying to close that gap a little bit, but I think the gap may be a little bit too large at this point. Still 4 minutes remaining. Lottery really have a lot of time on their hands to close this one out. There's no need to desperate anything at all right now. And, you know, more than enough time, though, also for Flippers down to make a comeback, too. You know, but you know, will that be the case? Will they be able to, you know, utilize their teamwork to the most efficient way to get back in this? They are coming back though, 39-45. Nice little push coming right there at the moment, but it looks like Lottery going to keep their lives intact for the most part. Buff, they're going to play the middle of the map, looking for you know, an off angle here, maybe on one of the members from Flippers down. Slate though going to push in. They do get 2 picks on Lottery, 47-41. Only 3 kills remaining for Lottery to take this second game here and tie the series up. Silva, what is going to happen here?
I think Lottery here, it was a close call there. Lottery was pinned in the backside of A, but they survived by turtling up and winning the exchanges here. And they only need 1 more kill to close out map 2 and to tie the series up at 1. But I've seen crazier things happen. Oh, of course, there it is. King of the Hill, you definitely, I think, more people favor going into that gold side. But here with the oddball, we're going to see them start to prioritize a nice perfect on the opening piv there. Nobody on the side of Flippers down, though, really going down in the pit. So Camo falls in the hands of Lottery. 2 go down for Lottery, so almost that push for Camo kind of cost him a little bit as the rest of Flippers down start moving their way across gold. Hold forward, gets the trade. Havoc here, the last one alive on an island here at the bottom. Dorito tries to go in and is successful in getting the trade. And they're going to be able to hold this gold control here. Probably going to be able to get that first shock rifle and to be able to pick up the ball once all their members spawn up here on the backside of gold. The Lottery here going to be working their way through C long haul, trying to get Epos 5 up there on the top of the glass. Great shroud by him. He's going to finally get an opportunity to start milking the clock while Slate Nasty maneuvers across, picks up the fresh shock rifle and starts holding top glass. Doodle, though, able to get the double kill, starting to chip away at the setup and control they have on the map. Alienated, moving across here, finds an enemy in the bottom of Whirlpool, ends up picking him off. And looking for the other ones here as they're in the top of White Tower and over on Long Haul. Their down numbers are not going to be able to push this, but Frenetic here, he might be able to potentially get a pick there on the top side of glass. He is not able to do so. 2 go down on the side of Flippers down. Epos is forced to rotate, somehow stays alive and gold pipes there while Hold Forward cleans out the A side. 2 down the side of Lottery, but they're going to be in a great position here in terms of maneuvering the ball, especially if Epos goes down the backside of gold. So now gold is officially cleaned out. Flippers down, they'll probably end up spawning in the backside of A, and now they're going to be the ones that are going to have to be the aggressors.
Absolutely, though. Lottery getting their getting the lead here with the ball. Shock rifle in the hands of Frenetic, still laying down some damage. Going to back up, though. Smart moves coming out of him to keep his life intact, keep the setup alive. His teammates are going to spawn towards the long haul by themselves. But like Flippers down really haven't made a strong push here just yet, and the ball's being rotated by Lottery, who take it long haul. Very, very nice rotation coming at them to still manage to put points on the board with a 23-point lead currently. Lottery have it. But yeah, Flippers down, pushing in quickly. Camo in the hands of that was Epos Vibes. Slate Nasty laying down damage, trying to secure the setup for his team. Oddball in the hands of Flippers down, putting some points on the board, trying to reduce that lead that Lottery just got. Yeah, like nice rotation coming out of Lottery, but they do give that ball right to Flippers down.
Yeah, and honestly, just a great play from Epos there. You know, typically if you even just heard the idea of Camo grabbing ball, it sounds terrible on paper. But in that given scenario, nobody was able to locate him. He was able to grab the ball, milk it, almost tie this game up, and get it reset in the backside of C. So a great use of Camo in an OBJ sense. And that's what's given his team a great position here, as they were able to go and set up on the side of gold for the reset and get prepared for it. They put 3 down the side of Lottery. Lottery's not going to be able to kill the ball carrier. In fact, one of them ends up going down, so they're already down numbers on this push. Hold Forward, staying true to his name, though, and being aggressive on the spawners. And I think this is what we saw a lot of in the strongholds, was you know, a little bit of the overextended. I mean, you could say it's over aggressive, but these two teams, they are not going to back down. They're going to continue to put pressure on the other one, and you know, it's just going to be a close one again here as we already have a tie game. It seems like we've had a tie game throughout already in this entire series, and you know, you love to see it as just a spectator of this, and what you like to see here at the end of the season, as both these teams have grinded it out to make it to this point, but it's win or go home, and they're both showing up and showing out.
Indeed, is Frenetic trying to play the patience right now. I'm going to grab the ball, though, rotate it back to gold. Really nice opportunity there because nobody was really looking at him for the most part. He did take a couple shots in the bag, but Lottery putting some more points on the board, trying to hit that 50-point mark as his teammates are spawning up on A right now. He's going to lay down some damage, gets the assist, 2 down for Flippers down. Lottery still managing to keep this setup alive. Nice rotation, though, coming out of Frenetic. Still putting points on the board right now. And Lottery, though, kind of like trapped in gold at the most part, trying to push out of that gold door. But opposition's being met here. Lottery doing a lot of damage. That's going to be a pick for each team, but 2 dead for Lottery. Flippers down, have that moment. They do have the ball in hand. They do have the picks. That's going to be 2 down for both teams. Lottery, though, trying to keep themselves in this. Drops the ball, though, to try to slay with his teammate. Looks like there's still 2 down for Lottery, though. And I'm sorry, and Flippers down at the same time. And Lottery still managing, you know, to now actually do very well, because, like, look at that flank. Havoc comes right up behind him, lays down that damage, gets the back smack. Gets that ball down there, play it towards Whirlpool where his teammates can, like, kind of fight for it. And yeah, just very interesting gameplay right now because both these teams are at a stalemate.
Yeah, both of them are at a stalemate there. You know, initially the ball wasn't reset by Lottery in the back side of there, and I knew that was going to end up biting them in the tail, as it did eventually after a couple of exchanges. E-post 5s wisely grabbing the ball and moving on the backside of gold. Slate Nasty holding the top A cross, which is deadly for Lottery as they try to make the push toss across top gold, as Doodle already being pinned back on this backside of gold here. Slate Nasty doesn't have to win this fight. He just has to back him down and put damage over there on Big Door and Glass. But while he gets pinned down and distracted, Havoc times it up perfectly, pushes in, cleans up the damage on the first kill. Him and his teammate put down the second one. 2 down the side of Flippers down. They clean him out of gold. 1 pushing in from gold pipes, though. Slate Nasty, ever so sneaky, picks up the perfect killing spree. He can reset this ball and pick up the fresh shock rifle. 2 down the side of Lottery. And tries to do just a bit too much and ends up going down. And this is what we're seeing, man. Just this aggression from both teams here. Sometimes it pays off for them, and sometimes it bites them in the you know what.
Yeah, indeed. But, you know, like, Flippers down, they have that momentum on their side. You know, they only need 11 more seconds to close this game out, whereas Lottery still need 40. And Flippers down, really not backing down at the moment. Alienated, though, will fall. There will be a double coming out of the hands of Havoc to take down 2 of members of Flippers down. That make that almost 3 if he can get this pick. He's going to go ahead, rotate the ball, and move in, but he does pick up the assist, the mark assist, that is. His teammates taking some heavy damage. It's going to be 4 dead for Lottery. Flippers down, going to take advantage of this. This might be the round here, Sylvan.
Yeah, that might have been alienated. I'm not sure if he got a double or a triple kill there, but absolutely with a fantastic flank through Whirlpool on the backside of gold. He's easily going to cruise into a round 1 victory. You know, just fantastic play across the board. You know, I think Flippers down is winning in the Slays department ever so slightly. Wasn't a huge margin of victory, but compared to what we've seen so far, 40 seconds does seem rather large. It's going to be a crucial opening for them. Lottery looks to get back into this oddball here, losing the first round, but they are off to a great start here. They're able to pick up the camo, and they get 2 down the enemy team here. Unfortunately, though, they're not in a great position to push forward and capitalize on those slays. Frenetic tries to distract him to allow his teammates to push in the backside of gold pipes. They are successful in doing so. They finally get the flank in the backside of gold pipes, and they get 2 down. But Havoc here is going to find himself in a pivotal 1v1, gets the trade, 1 down on both sides here, and it's hard to keep up as a caster, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going down right now. Both teams still struggling to get this second round underway. No points still on the board, 0-0. Buff, though, gonna try to position himself here on top gold, looking to help his teammate who has 1 shot with the shock rifle in the hand. He's going to play this opening here, trying to wait for a potential push, but nobody's going to come. His friend, though, however, is going to lay down some damage. It's going to be 2 picks right there. It was just about 3 picks for Flippers Down. Lottery had that win of opportunity. They're going to move in with the ball. Flippers Down tried to take advantage of it too as well, but that ain't going to happen as Doodle picked up the kill. Looking to get some ball time, but unfortunately does get pushed, has to play it out. We do see 6 seconds on the board for Lottery. Not a big lead, obviously, but like, yeah, the initial ball time is there. The setup is there. Flippers Down have control, though, of gold side currently. They just need to play their lives a little bit. Maybe get a pick or 2, then they can get this ball, or just let it reset and get a little bit closer. That will be 3 dead. Actually, 2 dead for Lottery. This is the opportunity. 3 dead. Flippers Down need. Will they grab the ball right here?
Yeah, tough to say here. Frenetic, the last one alive, trying to get some damage across the board. Unfortunately, he's going to end up going down here. Oh no, he stays alive. Epos 5 pushing out. And you know, just a quick look at the scoreboard across. I think, you know, with Flippers Down, I don't believe in the traditional roles of having like a Slayer, support, OBJ. But when you have somebody on your team who is super conscious of the objective, like Epos 5, I think that just kind of alleviates things in terms of what kind of like your 25% is for the rest of the game. As Slate Nasty able to throw the camo over there in the bottom of triple stacks. Epos 5s, we were just talking about him here. He's made great crucial plays related to objective here, able to lay down some damage with the trigger discipline, able to find himself in an engagement with the BR. Flashback to early Halo seasons. The BR is back, he says, as 3 go down for the side of Lottery, and now Flippers Down is going to have a chance to take the lead and maybe get a substantial lead at that.
Yeah, they have double the points right now that Lottery has. There's going to be 2 picks coming out of Slate Nasty for the double. Can he get the triple? He's going to find himself in a piv. Unfortunately, he does lose that piv to the Frenetic. Frenetic, though, going to try to position himself onto top tower. Flippers Down still counting with the points, 24 to 6 right now. Looking to get this second round 1 to get this series underway. Alienated, they're going to play the ball. He notices the 2 players going to push him. Unfortunately, he does get a trade, actually. I take that back. But that's going to be 3 dead for Flippers Down. Once more opportunity for Lottery to take advantage of this and get themselves some ball time here initially.
Yeah, 33 to 10 here. That's huge. As in, you know, in oddball can be an absolute slugfest. Go the full 35 minutes if it needs to be. As Flippers Down is going to be looking to win this thing 2-0 and shut the door on Lottery and take the pivotal game 3 in a best-of-5 series. For the moment, Alienated able to take the ball on the backside of gold. They know where the push is coming from. Doodle pushing in from the Dorito, waiting to make his push as Epos goes down over on the long haul. The rest of the members of Lottery start to make their push from glass and gold pipes. They win the engagements, 2 down on the side of Flippers Down. Frenetic, one of the last ones alive on the push. Doesn't pick up the shock rifle though, that could be huge. Because he's got blood in his eyes, but unfortunately no ice in his veins as hold forward. Stays alive there in the bottom of gold steps. The last straggler alive on the backside of gold, gets his shields back, puts down Doodle. He's going to be in a great position here. Oh man, almost makes an outstanding play that could have changed the tide of the game. As it goes in the opposite direction for Flippers Down, you know, it really has been favoring them so far, as now it's 40 to 10, and it's starting to look like they might be running away with this one.
Yeah, this is a pretty big lead for Flippers Down. It wasn't, you know, that big of a lead, I think, last time. Yeah, early on. But yeah, Flippers Down taking full advantage of all these picks, scrapping up some time. But Vibes, though, notices that he's going to have some opposition, does play a very smart move coming out of him. He does lose his life. 2 down for Flippers Down, make that 3. Lottery, once again, have an opportunity for a setup. They will rotate that ball, but they're going to rotate it right into the hands of Flippers Down nearly. But actually take that back, because that's going to be 2 more dead for Flippers Down. They have the perfect setup. Even though Flippers Down did spawn, it seemed like right there in A, they will start to push through pipes here in just a moment. But Havoc position himself on the Dorito, throwing down some nades that have spawned right there next to him. He has the help behind him, laying down some nades towards the bottom A door where the Mangler is, or used to be. Doing some great work here, but the ball will drop. That's going to be 3 dead for Lottery. Last one up is Havoc. He needs to play that ball out, try to deny Flippers Down the setup, but he's going to find himself in a really crucial piv that he was just winning, but he might, yeah, he actually does see his life end there. Now Flippers Down right in a position again. Not quite the move that should have been made. I believe he should have tried to play that ball, because now they have the opportunity to close this game out. That's going to be a double kill, though, for Alienated, who has a shock rifle in hand. Amazing shots coming out of him, looking for the triple. Notices that there's a camo player, but he hits the player on the bottom tower, almost gets the pick, but unfortunately Havoc will get that. He's going to quickly push in, trying to deny Flippers Down any more opportunity to put points on the board.
No, I think you put the money on the nail. Like if you hit the nail on the head there, you know, earlier. I think Lotteries had opportunities in which they needed to reset the ball in order to not give Flippers Down a chance to milk the clock. So far, they haven't been successful in doing so. But as I say that, they're in a great position here. 2 down on the side of Flippers Down, and they're turtle up in the backside of Elevator, which is going to be great. Frenetic starts making the push here. If he gets the pick, that is huge. Already now, they can have an opportunity to tie this game up before they even see Flippers Down come in here to stop the ball. Able to put down the kills on the ball carrier killer. And Frenetic able to pick up the ball, go on the top side of the Elevator here. He's got to be careful though. Flippers Down, they have a great offensive push when it needs to happen. At the moment though, drops the ball on the front side of the Elevator. Hold forward, being disciplined. Just popping shots off from the bottom side of tower. Slate Nasty gets into an engagement, a 1v1 in the bottom of batteries, gets the early pick. The ball tries to get reset. Oh no. They only have 10 seconds left on the clock, but a 4-second deficit. Buff Bagwell here is going to have to make some tough decisions quickly. A little bit desperate. Might have to just go for this thing and hope for the best. Able to pick up a couple seconds. Only a couple seconds left on the clock. Double kill, Alienated, cleaning it all up. They mop them up in the bottom of batteries. 4 down the side.
We're going to start hot and heavy with your man, EPOS 5s, laying down some damage on bottom middle. Does unfortunately go down, though. Havoc going to clutch that piv out. His team, though, quickly pushing up. That's going to be 3 death for Flippers Down. Make that 4 with a nice piv coming out of Havoc. They do have the camo in hand. Heal time to ensue along with it. Really nice opening here, though, for Lottery.
Yeah, nice opening. Able to get down here in the bottom mid, getting an early lead. This hill can be a bit of a bloodbath there in the bottom mid. Ethos 5 and company able to pick off Doodle, who had the camo, but he's down in numbers advantage here in the bottom U-turn. Looking to clean up some damage. Able to put the elbow in and finish off the man with Thruster. Frenetic with a thruster in his back pocket and a full shock rifle. Wisely backs up here over on the back of Snipe Tower. Definitely feeling confident though as he re-peeks it down 1 shot. He's still 1 shot from the grenade though. On the backside of benches while he was looking over towards blue, they started to make the push. Flippers Down being aggressive here. They get through 2-3 down the side of Lottery and easily flip the script. And it seems like that's kind of been the story of the series so far. You know, Lottery, they've been in a good position, but Flippers Down doesn't back down at all, and they answer back quickly.
Yeah, they are winning a lot of their pivs, which has ended up, helping them out in this match right now. Nice pick coming out of hold forward, though. He will lose his life. Lottery once again back in the hill, but Flippers Down putting just as many points on the board in the hill. Tying it up pretty much, 1 for 1 here. But they're gonna go ahead. They're slaying out Lottery 2 dead. Slate Nasty continue to put time on the clock there for his team. Trying to keep his life together. 3 down for Lottery. Once again, Flippers Down have another opportunity to keep points on the board. They need to take full advantage of that. As they do, Alienated will take down that player. That's going to be a couple down for Lottery as they do come back to the respawn screen. Alienated, though, taking up the map position here, trying to play for damage, play for that pressure. He notices the camo's going to be up. Unfortunately, though, doesn't notice that player was in flowers, gets taken down. 2 down for Flippers Down. Lottery again in a position to get heal time, doing just that. But they need to play a little bit more aggressive here. Put some spin on it. Win these pivs. Hold forward's going to do just that, though. He's going to try to take down this remaining member, though, in the hill, trying to push in because he only needs a couple of seconds. Can he manage to do so? He will, as 2 members from Lottery are going to go down. Flippers Down are going to take this first point.
Yeah, it's like the psychology of the piv, when one team starts winning their pivs, especially early on the map, I think you kind of notice how the other team doesn't get as aggressive or confident in their 1v1s, and it seems like Lottery's been trying to team focus the shot a lot, and we're seeing a lot of flanks that have really come through and given the opportunity for Flippers Down to easily just clean up kills. They've really had a great job of laying down damage and having a spare flanker come around the backside and just get the easy picks. Is Alienated right now leading the Slay department, but hold forward right behind him as they are 9-4 and 8-4 and 8-4 for Slate Nasty respectively. So the Slays They're starting to build the snowball that is Solitude here. Lottery's got to lock it down here with these spawns on the backside of Yard. They do shut it down in their defense, and they're able to kind of lock it down here on the backside. It's hard to get in here when they have these back A spawns, and so there might be an opportunity here for Lottery to tie this game up here 1-1.
Yeah, indeed. Lottery, though, still capitalizing on that. Frenetic going to try to push out, lay down some damage. Knows that there's a player one shot, but he's not going to risk his life for it, because if he does push out a little too far, unfortunately, you know, that's not going to, you know, matter anyways, because he's going to get pushed from the left as his teammates do go down. Flipper's down, trying to take advantage once again of the opportunity. But Lottery still putting points on the board, still somehow managed to keep their life intact. 3 down for Flipper's down. Havoc, the last one up there in the Yard, as his teammates do actually push through, getting those picks. Man, this is just a freaking brawl, though. But Lottery only need a freaking... They only need 1 foot, man. They only need 1 foot in the hill. They just need to get a couple picks here, and they can tie this match up.
Yeah, and so far here, Buff Bagwell, he's got to be the one to deliver here. He's been absolutely outputting the damage so far in this entire series. Right now, kind of getting shut down. You know, off to a slow start here. They might have desperated just a little bit with that camo. They only need a foot in the hill. Hold forward, knows it, runs in there, and it go. Absolutely devastating. If you're on the side of Lottery, as look down, Frenetic goes down. Here it is. The snowball starting to take effect. Lottery here. It's sink or swim time for them now, as their series is on the line here. A 2-0 lead like this in King of the Hill can feel so heavy.
Yeah, you know that's got to, like, kick them right in the gut, because they pretty much had that hill secured. If they could just get one good push in there. You know, that didn't happen, unfortunately. They pushed a little bit too fast, a little bit too desperate. Flippers down took full advantage of that, and now they also take advantage of this next hill. They have the map positioning in the cafe right now. Havoc pushing in, trying to do some damage. Gets the pick onto Alienated. Might get a double out of this one if he can manage to hit his shots. He does just that for the double to take down Hold Forward. Once again, though, Lottery trying to keep that together, getting some hill time. 2 down for Flippers down. Vibes, though, going to position himself here, being a little bit patient. I like it. The patience pays off in a lot of these cases here. He's going to wait for his teammates to push up. He's going to meet some opposition from the Frenetic, who was trying to push in with a couple of plasma grenades, but I do believe Frenetic doesn't actually go down. Somehow still stays alive, manages to keep his life intact. Let's do 3 go down for Flippers down, make that a full team wipe for Lottery. Lottery taking advantage of that hill time, too. And the map space, we see one player positioned on the top ledge. Very nice positioning from that player, because you can just do a lot of damage here and still manage to stay alive in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, you know, those watching that are, you know, competitors themselves that are trying to, like, break into, like, a division like this, go back and watch that life by Epos5 on the backside of Blue. He was the last one alive on his team. He bought an extra, like, 15-20 seconds before Lottery could even get in the hill by just staying alive. So stop throwing your lives if you're looking to get better at the game, because every life could be so huge in terms of just buying extra time for the enemy team if they just have to find you, if you're disrupting the spawns. As right now, Hold Forward looking to hold forward that reticle onto someone's head, not able to pick up the kill. 2 down the side of Lottery. Not sure who's able to pick up the camo. They are able to finish that hill 3-0. It's going to be a huge ask for Lottery right here to get back in this one, but they do get 3 down. And so if they need to capitalize on this momentum now, though, to get back in this game.
Yeah, 3 kills and counting, though. Flippers down really need, you know, they don't really have to do a whole lot, actually. Lottery are the ones that are really on the back foot here. They need something to happen. 2 minutes is more than enough time, though, to get yourself a couple of caps, maybe even tie it up. But look at Flippers down, just doing a lot of damage, you know, getting the picks. You know, really, they really, you know, they need to kind of get in the hill, which they are doing. They don't have to, you know, just stand by here, you know, because there is 2 minutes. That's a lot of time remaining on the map. But look at that, Slate Nasty doing a lot of damage. Gets the double with the sick nasty nades here. 4 down for Lottery, though, and Flippers down, taking full advantage of that. About to hit the halfway mark here, so I do believe we might see the game end here.
We might be crowning a champ here if you're betting at home. Likely the money here, or if perhaps the fat lady might be warming up the pipes, as we are down to map 4 here, which could be the last one here on the season, as Flippers down, just able to close it out and control the map there, and I think taking